never really gave Killer Clowns from Outer Space a second blink because I just wasn't interested. But now that Joe Dante, it's one of his favorite films, now I'm interested. Now I want to see why. And curation is key. It's very important. And this movie does that. People are making lists based on that. And my mission statement for In Search of Darkness Part 2 was to shine a spotlight on the fact that curation is important for the next generation. But hand in hand with that, it's important for people who are new to the genre or discovering it progressively to understand the foundations and where these movies came from, and how the filmmakers who made their movies in the 80s were inspired by the movies that they saw as children, whether it was the movies of the 50s or the movies of the 30s. And whether they're remaking a film like The Thing or The Blob or The Fly, those are real standouts, but it's all part of a film cycle of influence and love. And that's the type of thing that we explore.
So what kind of anecdotes can you give me that you might have picked up over these interviews then? Is there anything that's a brand new story that you managed to catch, a big star off guard and they've given away something that you've never heard before?
I'll tell you what, I would like people to see for themselves. But what I can tell you is that I haven't caught anybody off guard, because we have 1 hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours to talk about all sorts of things. No one's talking about things they don't want to talk about. If anything, discussion of other films triggers memories that they haven't thought of in quite some time. And that's always an inspired, serendipitous moment when someone is talking about a set experience or a business moment, and they realize something, and they're like, I never thought of it that way. And then they think about it and they say, yeah, this is sort of a way of looking at things that, Nancy Allen talking about Dress to Kill and the content of Dress to Kill. When it first came out, it was sort of slammed for the misogyny of it, but not the transsexual nature that was controversial. Now in present day society, when there's more of a spotlight on trans rights and the details of that, people are more aware of that, and they look at this film and they say, well, this film is something that could never be made today, and why? And what can we learn from looking back on it? And how is it important? And how is it relative to filmmaking today and our advanced form of thinking when we think about social issues? This is the kind of stuff that pops up where you get the time to talk about it.
It's also really fun to watch.
And don't forget, it's entertaining and funny.
Yeah. So there we go. But you know what? I'm really, really, delighted to be, and privileged to be included in your lineup, Josh, because, like I said at the beginning, I think you guys are awesome. I can see what you're building, and the fact that you're here doing this now, you guys have already won. I don't think I can make it this year, but I'm going to come up next year. I want to support it. We'll definitely do a screening of In Search of Darkness Part 2 if you'd have us back. Make that the UK premiere, and just so kudos. I'm really I'm happy for the people of Harrogate that get to have you do this for them, and I'm sure you're going to have people travelling from all the major cities to come to this event. And I wish you all the best luck, because you've worked really, really hard to make this happen. 99% of people would have quit. You haven't, and that's why this is going to be the beginning.
Yeah, I mean,
it's never been an issue, has it? I don't think it's ever been a conversation, has it?
Yeah, this is happening, and we've just got to figure out how to make it happen, I think, has been the...
That's why we're here. That's why we're like, you know what? We really want to support these guys. So, it's going to be awesome. I couldn't have picked a better opportunity to have the UK cinematic premiere of In Search of Darkness, right? And we should do In Search of Darkness.
That's the next.
David, write that down, right? But just have a lot of fun. To anyone who's watching this, who's in the cinema now, listening to me have a beer and rattle on, just enjoy it. Like, it's just, it's a great little movie. Hope you love it. Please buy the sequel. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, so just to reiterate what's happening with Part 2. So you can pre-order Part 2 until Halloween, is that right?
Yeah, but it's Halloween Honolulu time. So
Okay.
it'll be about 3 a.m. It's like the last place that Halloween's happening on Earth. You know, so
And you go to 80shorrordoc.com, and that's the place to get it. And the trailers and all the promotional material and all the perks and all that kind of stuff, it's all detailed very clearly on that site.
Perfect.
all,
We'll share the links when it goes out.
yeah, we're really proud of this one. We're really proud of this one. I'm you know, David and my team have done a phenomenal job with it. It's the biggest lineup of horror icons ever assembled on screen in the history. There's that.
Perfect. Right. Thanks, Robin and David. That was great. And
Absolute pleasure.
Speak to you soon. Thank you very much.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks,
Well
guys.
done. Take care.
See you later. Bye.